I know myself, I know surely 2 things about myself. First one, I was born into darkness. And the second one, my love of walnuts. I just can't stop eating them when I see them. And in darkness is something like, I feel like I'm in a box and I can't get out of it. I don't have the key to open. And I hear voices coming outside, but I can't go there. And Mom thinks I need to get married. That's the way. Well, I'm quite lucky right now because I have a boyfriend. It's like my fiancé, and it's taking me a lot of time. You're going to think, like, why this is important. But in Turkey, everyone is obsessed about marriage. Our neighbors, our friends, they talk, hey, have you seen it? Oh, it's the second one. No. They're not married, but living together. Oh! You know, there are TV programs. Well, it's kind of my favorite, secretly. There's like a marriage programs on live TV. There's the host on one side, there's man. On the other side, there's woman. They sit in front of each other and they start talking. They start bartering about, I don't want her, she's too old. The one next to it, young, I want the young one. I'll have him, but I won't change your diapers, for sure. Do you have children? Kill them. The heritage money, I don't want any children. No children, no dogs, no diapers. Oh, no, she talks. I have 2 already. You're gonna be the 3rd, but I'll make the house on you. You're like favorite one. And this is true. This is not made up. This is absolutely true. That's why I don't really get along with Mom. Because I don't for sure understand. I know I need to. But why do I really need to? I'm coming from a lineage of single mothers. My mom is a single mother, so I'm a daughter of a single mother. My mom's mother is a single mother. My mom's mother, my grandmother's mother, is a single mother. It's like a curse in our family. Their husbands die very young age. So I thought for a while, if I get married to someone that I don't like, maybe I'll just get rid of him. But it turned out to be like, I actually like this guy, so I'm a little bit, maybe I can get rid of the curse. We'll see. We'll see how that's gonna work out. My mom is, she's strange, I think. She's born to be a mother. She's a mother. One day we saw a child on the street, somebody's child, any kid, one kid at the corner, just sitting, looking around. Mom is like, oh my God, something is wrong with that child. Let's take him to hospital. I was like, Mom, we don't know the child. You know, this is called kidnapping. So no. We must do something. Oh, look at this, he can't see. I was like, Mom, child is terrified. She loves repairing people, but she just can't repair me. She tries it. I guess that's what gives the friction between us. But to be able to repair me, I guess she sort of needs to repair herself. When my dad died about 25 years ago, let's say I am 27, we remember it. 25 years ago, people said things about maybe it was from a brain tumor, maybe it was a clot in his brain that caused the sudden slipping into coma. Some of our neighbors whisper, it's the prison. The coup did it. They don't like lefties there. I don't know. It's just that it's a myth. We live with a ghost in there. Oh, what does he do? What is he like? He likes smoking, so I start smoking. He likes drinking, so I start drinking. But that's the only thing I know about him. Because I'm apolitical. I don't like to be political. How does it go outside world? Man. We meet with man. I think we have a little bit of problem with man. Not as the country, but the culture in the country, somewhere there. See, you all heard about circumcision tradition, and in Islam, this is taken as something incredibly important. The importance of it so big. It just creates psychopaths, I think. At the age of 7, sometimes 8, 9, 10, it goes up to 11, 13. These boys, some of them, oh God, maybe the balls are falling. They put the dress, white dress, hire a wedding salon, invite all the neighbors, co-workers, hundreds of people sometimes, depending on how much money you have, of course. But at least you can close the street, get some sounds. It's my son. He's the king. I have no objection. Of course, he can be the king. Then, what about the woman there? What about me? What about us? They wear a crown, put a sachet saying king. They sit on a throne, and there's red carpet, and they're carried on the shoulders of their fathers, grandfathers, and the neighbors. The next and the ceremony is putting gold and money. And they know that is all theirs, all the money. I like men though. It's good. But I'm saying, I just can't get my head around it sometimes. Well, my grandmother is great. She has all the answers. She raised 6 children and then me. Sometimes I remember she used to take me out to a bazaar to do our vegetable shopping. And we're walking together. In the evenings, if you catch the evening, you'll see all the defected vegetables sold quite cheap, which is equivalent of 27 years old woman. But anyway, so we walk around in the bazaar, and my grandmother sees a man looking at us, and she just sneakily goes next to him and does, Allah belanı versin. Allah belanı versin seni. This is true. This is a holy spit. She's protecting us, me, my mom, because we are the hands need to be protected. There's something about being a single woman. Single woman is a danger to the society. And I'll tell you why. Because the neighbor's husband do you need anything? I heard noise. Okay. Or our uncles. There will be so many people coming and knocking on the door. And you think this is a little bit exaggerated? There's something about, now I'm talking like Aisha. When I first moved to Sheffield, I was so surprised with the culture. Everyone was washing their dishes by hand. But we had dishwasher since I was 10. It's that kind of difference. Some places have dishwashers for the last 30 years, and some places have neighbors knocking on the doors of the single woman. This is called social security system. If you're a single woman, there is no benefit system and a welfare system, so you're gonna need a social security system from somewhere. And that's the whole purpose of marriage. So a woman can have a little bit of social security system. But it's going well for me as I live. I like it. I think I'm making it. I can say proudly, even though I haven't seen my mom and grandma for a few years, but we talk over the phone, I can tell them proudly that I'm on it. I have a fiancé, he's a doctor, and I have a job. It's brilliant. I finished university, but it just took me a little bit longer to finish it, so my grandma thinks I should have been a general manager of a company a few years ago, but for the last 2 years I've been working for minimum wages, and I can't explain her that why I am not the general manager yet, because I am everything that she wanted for herself and for mom. She knew that they could have it. I am everything that they couldn't have. So she's like, oh, come on, you can do this. I taught you how to read. I taught you how to write. And she also taught me how to pray in Arabic. And we speak Turkish. All these words, I have no idea what they say, but they sound good when she says it next to me. Now is your time to be general manager. But I tell you what, I think things are going well because my boss called me, said he wants to have a private chat with me. I've been working there for the last 2 years, working 10, 12 hours sometimes. And finally, someone has seen the light in me. My hard work, my persistence is paying off. I get ready and go to my boss's office. And I stand and he's sitting. I say, hello. I'm quite excited to get us some pay rise, at least like 2 years minimum wages, I don't know. I work really hard. And he stands up, he's loving it, okay, and he comes. He's walking around me like a shark. Dun, 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 dun. This is not what I was expecting. Dun, dun. Maybe this is how they do it. I've never get a pay rise before. Maybe he's testing out my nerves. He's trying to see how much I deserve what I am getting. Then. Hello, Elif. Oh, okay. Hello. How are you? Oh, it's so nice having you in my room. I totally wasn't expecting this, but this is how it rolls, I think. Okay. I'm going to propose something. It's coming. What about a house, a company car, That's what my grandmother always wanted to have, me driving a company car. Nothing else in the universe. And a monthly salary. Oh, he's getting closer, I think. I don't know what to say now. That'd be fantastic, thank you. Oh, great. Do you know what we call you here? I have no idea. I think I'm losing my mind. There's something that I don't understand here. We call you Jennifer Lopez. Because I've been raised to be polite, I thank him from the bottom of my heart. Oh, do you? Oh, thank you very much. It's an honor. I think I'm going to leave now. So this is how I lose my job. I don't know what I'm going to tell my grandmother. It just feels like it's a disappointment, isn't it? Well, one thing at a time. I have a boyfriend, fiancé still. What I can do is wait for him to come home. And I go home and make myself comfortable. And I think about the wedding and the problems we might have. We decided about the wedding. I'm so shivering the shark. We decided that we're gonna get married. So it should happen. Well, they might have one problem. His mom really hates me. What happened is, Mom allows me to be one of my cousins. And I really tried to be one of them. Because they had tall legs, they're super clever. And she gave me her used clothes. And then I wore my mom's used clothes. And they felt good and family. And one day, I really wanted a dress. It looked amazing. I wanted my own dress. And I called Mom. I was 16. I said, "Hi, I saw a dress. I really wanted you to come and get it for me." In her lunch break, she came, a hard-working woman, sacrificed her lunch, and said, that's too old-fashioned. You want this dress. I'm like, that's all this frills. It's like, I don't want that dress. I'm sure I want this dress. No, you want this dress. And she put, you look amazing. And then she made a little bun on top of my head, all uptight, and put 2 strings of hair on the side. Made me so pretty. And she looked at me and she said, "You're so pretty. You are the most wonderful looking girl ready to find your mate." And I believed in her until I looked at the mirror and said, I look like a fanny. That's my clitoris. This is not the dress that you want. This is not the look you want to have when you're age 16 going out. And I thought, I'm gonna fucking drink now, don't I? If I want to find a mate, it's time. And that day, by the sea on the rocks, just ready to give it all, I met with my boyfriend. and his mother. And that woman remembers this. And she says, if you get married, that whore, I'll die. She is my murderer. And she has cancer. She's going through cancer treatment. She's going to surgery. I'm like, oh, I'm sure that I'm not making you. Like, I'm sure that's not me. I promise you that's not me. No. So that's the only trouble, that I really wish she'll die before the wedding. But you can't say these things out loud, but you can wish. I wish it to my grandma's Allah. She does it really well. She prays 4 times, 5 times a day. She prays in her sleep. So I just pray to her, Allah then is going to protect me. That's the only thing about the whole wedding arrangement. My fiancé is amazing. He's like, when we met, he asked me how much do I worth. I said, let's wait. I step on a scale and I say, I weigh this much in gold. How much do you worth? He step on it and said, I weigh this much. Great. So there's not going to be any loss. In 10 years' time, I can get my money's worth. He's gonna make me a millionaire. So are you following me? I'm just skipping through things, but yeah, we're all in the same page still. Great. They're all gonna get together, I promise you. So with this very high currency man, he works as a doctor, but there is a 1-year mandatory doctor service in Turkey. So he works somewhere remote at a village on top of a mountain. It takes him 7 hours to drive to our house, and he does it every week. Friday night he comes, then Monday before any sounds he goes. That day, after a year, just about his end of mandatory service, that day, he didn't come. And I waited. I waited for him. It was midnight, I waited more. It was 3. I fucking waited for him. I fucking love him. And he didn't come. I thought, he's dead. Something happened. 7 hours journey. I knew something's gonna happen. And I called every hospital in between his village and Istanbul. No one knew. 227 hospitals. No one knew. And finally, I decided to call his mom. And the moment she heard my voice over the phone, it's like, you whore! How dare you calling him on his wedding day? And I hold the phone in my hand. Next 10 hours. And I wrote a song for it. I'm gonna play it to you. Let's play. That's me trying to get my head together. find a meaning in my soul. No, not today. I don't feel like it. Being me is strange today. I don't feel like being me today. The end has no logic or the beginning. Discovering the will. Taking my cat out for a walk. You know the look. Expectations. I don't feel like going out, watching the sea, sitting on the rocks. Something nice, like drawing chalks, red, blue, black. It dissolves. The woman cleaning the windows, that's hard. I don't feel like taking my ideas and thoughts for a walk today. I don't feel like being me today. So I decided maybe I can swallow my pride and go back to my mom's for a few days. It's like wearing her maternity clothes that my grandmother sewed for her. It's like being in her womb again. I really want to be loved, just something nice. So I go to mom's, and my grandma opens the door. She's holding her teeth in her hand in a jar. Some things don't change, and I'm so grateful for it. And Mom in the kitchen. The house looks incredibly neat. I don't know how she keeps that though. I've been trying for years on my own, and there's something about, like, yeah. We sit around the table. They know something is wrong. It's like when my best friend died and I felt really dark, she called me, and the first and only thing she said was, "What's wrong?" She feels it somewhere. There's something. They know, both mothers. It's like a battle royal. We are in a mortal combat, always, but entangled together. My grandmother says, "My beautiful, what's happened to you? You look so bad." I'm like, "Oh, nothing happened. Like I definitely have a job prospect in the future. I can feel it. I'm going to, but it's not." Mom is looking at me. And she's like, tell me, what's wrong? Well, I'm gonna start telling you, but maybe we'll go out for a cup of tea or coffee. Just, she said, all right then. And I take my suitcase in my teenage room and I'm looking around. Some black furniture. It was my soul when I was a teenager. I don't really have much happy memories in there, and I don't know why. I decided it's time to tell them that I didn't manage to do it. It's totally a disappointment. And I sit and Mama's staring at my face. And I say, I've split up, it's over. There's no marriage. And she said, you can't. I bought a dress for your wedding. You can't split up from him. What's going to happen to his friends? I bet there are dentists in between them. Do you know how much does it cost to go to a dentist? I was like, I know, but it's really done. There's no coming back from it. My grandma joins us. What's not, I'll sort it out. Inshallah. What's wrong? Like, so you need to know something. I'm not getting married. So this is like a catastrophe. It's a real catastrophe. Everyone knows. All the neighbors. Even the homeless person who begs outside knows that I'm getting married because Mom has been walking around and stopping everybody. My daughter is getting so excited. Finally, she's going to be rescued and saved. Finally. That's true. Really. That's what she's been doing. But in that Mortal Kombat, the three women were sitting and their ideas. My grandmother says, leave it to me, I'll sort it out. Okay, how are you going to sort it out? When she sorts out everything, leave it to me. She goes inside without saying anything, puts her teeth back, puts her in her trousers. Oh, 6 children, though. Ties her head up. I'm going. Where are you going? Sort it out. How are you going to sort it out? I'm going to go to Esaba Cave and pray 1,000 times Fatiha. That will sort it out. That will show him who he is, isn't it? So she packs and storms off on her own, going on top of a mountain to Esaba Cave. So it's like Esaba Cave is 7 sleepers. It's from the Christian time. There is believed the cave rescued 7 early Christians and still a worship place for Muslims. So she's heading there. It is the most sacred place. And Mom is looking at me. She's like, let me think. I will come with an idea. So, okay? We'll get you a new dress. Yes, let's put me on the market, but there are a lot of penny stocks out there, don't you know? You invest 2 cents for a share and believing in 10 years' time, they're going to make you a millionaire, those shares. And what happens 2 years later? the company bankrupts. So you're like, it's like my ex-fiance. When we weigh each other, and I told him I was gold, and I thought the fucker was gold too. Guess, he was Turkish liras, 80% inflation. What happened? The next day, 1/5 of the money I paid for him, huh? Asshole. Well, I'm really raised polite. And I want to be loved. And I smile at my mom. If you think that's going to help. She's like, she's staring at my face. I was like, oh, fuck, something is wrong with me. Your teeth are wonky. My teeth are not wonky. I'm like 27. I know my teeth. That's why your canine teeth are wonky. Dentist, we're going to dentist. We're going to fix it. We're going to repair it. You're going to look so good. Everyone is going to want to marry you. I don't think I really want to marry anyone. I just don't. I don't think I really want to go to them. My teeth are fine. Oh my God. Oh my God. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? It's like, you could have fixed it when you were young. I'm 27. I'm not going really emotional at this stage. This is the first time she's looked at my face. Oh. There I lose my shit. I don't want your sympathy, dentist. I want my freedom. I don't want a husband. I don't want any of this. I can do it myself. And she leaves and locks the door. And I'm there on my own. I'm watching the space. If any of you get bored, I allow you to go. I'm watching the space and thinking, you know what? I just want to drink. I don't want any of this. I never signed for any of this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am, what I am. I just want to go and let go. And I wrote a little thing for it, and we're going to listen to it in the next 1 minute. Thank you very much. Can we? This is the time that Mom, me, and my grandma, the time that spends at home. Can we have the next one, please? My vices, advices. I hear something calling me. Says, come out tonight. Come to play with me. I give birth to the kingdom in the sun god, and I say, I'm coming. It's for my individuality. I give birth to the power in the kingdom of the sun god. The sticky floors stretching beneath my windows. And my vices are winning because I'm following them. So the door is locked. I step on the balcony. I lower myself and fell on my ass and my back. I can't breathe, but who cares? You can only die once, so this is how stupid people die, I think. I get up and say, where's the closest bar around here? Let me see. I go to the closest bar and ask for a cigarette. Do you have one? Yeah, I'll have it. Light it, please. I'm very polite. Said, do you want to go for a ride? Yeah, actually I do want to go for a ride. And I jump in this stranger's car and we go for a ride. He takes the first left up on the mountains. We're going on a dirt road and he's smoking weed inside. It's stuffy. And I don't smoke, it just makes me paranoid. I'm like, I can't do this shit. If I tell you the things that I hear and see when I smoke, you'll understand me. Oh. Well, we stop somewhere. He turns off the headlights. Oh my goodness. It's like the brightest stars in the world is just in my hands. It's so beautiful. And I'm leaning at the back of the car and he gets close to me. I'm a little paranoid at this moment. I think I've been just inhaling a lot. And I'm like, don't come close to me. He's getting, no, don't come close. I have pepper spray. Don't come close to me. He's getting close to me. It's like, oh, shh. There's nothing wrong here. We're just like two really good friends hanging out. No, it's like, I fucking don't know this man. We are on top of a mountain and the reality hits me. Like, hits me bad, hits me that bad, I start screaming at him, rape! And running from the mountain road on my own. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, he's gonna rape me. He's gonna kill me. Fuck. Just because I'm scared he's gonna follow me, I just hide behind something. He passes. That's fine. It's not that long. I have like all night in my hands, don't I? So I'm walking on the dirt road on my own, just like, oh shit, old wild animal, something is gonna eat me here for sure. Trying to think about songs to encourage me, no? No, don't you do that? Like when you're like in the dives, if a song can accompany me, I'm just thinking, just like, my brain is blank. It's a blank paper. Half an hour late. The only song I can remember is National Anthem. I can sing National Anthem. I'm walking, I was like, fuck that. I'm singing the National Anthem. There are like snakes and wild animals. I bet there are bears and wolves around too. It's like, Court Mass and Mass Bouchafat. Lord, I use, oh, my voice is not that bad here. Lord, I use an awesome job, and then I do. So I arrive in the city a few hours later. I'm fucking destroyed at this point. Like my feet are hurting. And I thought, okay, just about the end. How the home is not that far. God knows how I'm gonna get in. But maybe grandma's back. And I remember, like, my grandma's most wonderful words, like, if you feel tired of your life, you can always get refuge from mosque. And I thought, well, there's a shortcut to my house, my mom's house. next to mosque. I thought, I might take that one. That's a really good idea. I'm walking towards the mosque, and I hear a cat whistle. That's quite common in the dark areas. They're like heroes of that area. I hear a cat whistle. I'm like, I'm really not in the mood. And he's like, oh, what are you doing on your own at this time? You want company, I know. I'm sure I don't want company, but I don't say all these things because I'm tired. I just say, you fuck off. And he does. He disappears. No sound. It's like, that was really easy. So I'm next to the mosque, that feeling, like, I've got this, just upon that steps. A few more minutes. And then I feel this thing in me. It's just like, it's almost like a voice is directing me. And it said, turn. And it's dark, it's sticky. And I turned. And this guy, the cat whistler, here. And I'm thinking, how the fuck did you get there? They're fast and quiet. It's next to me. And I'm thinking, I bet you were 13 when you were circumcised, didn't you? I bet you were. He's holding a huge rock, erected with his pride, and swinging. I mean, he has good moves, but not for that time. He swings, and he cuts half of my face and drops on my shoulder. I fall on the ground. He sits on me. Another one is coming. Like, you have no idea who you are fucking with, mate. I played basketball for 7 years. I kick him. I get out of it. I'm running. I'm flying. And there are people down the steps. They look at me. They look at me like my ex-fiance's mother looked at me, with the same eyes. I see them. I see them seeing me. And they turn their faces. And I flew. I'm just thinking, this motherfucker is going to think that he's about to save the mosque. He's doing a cleaning job for the environment. He's going to go back home and sit down and talk with his mates. How wonderful job he did. But I'm fast. I stand up like Notre Dame, hunchback of Notre Dame. It's like, no one, fine. At this point, I really almost don't care. But in part of me, somewhere, I'm just, why not? Why don't you care? Why don't you care? So I sit down somewhere on a bench. It's just about to get worse, if you're ready. And it's just about to finish too. This little prick comes with his mom. I'm sitting, just try, did this really happen? I mean, this guy could have been an Olympic athlete. He's just wasted all his life. I'm sitting there, and then this little prick comes in with his mom. His mom is there waiting for the bus or a taxi. And this little shit takes little pebbles and starts throwing at me, one by one. You smell bad. You look bad. Move, move. I'm looking at his mom. Like, what are you doing? And then I decide that I don't give a fuck anymore what people think about me, what people want me to be, or whatever they are. I don't give a fuck. Because they don't give a fuck. So I'm just gonna be the woman that I know, that I feel, that I am. And nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. I know what I am. And I wrote a song and it's called Cobra. Let's get that one, please. And that's me inside, just all going like, I'm Cobra, like we're all Cobra. So what do you do when you're born on a page you don't belong? And fingerprints all over thee when you fight like the way I do in this armor. I fight like Cobra, not a tiger in water, and not a soldier. I got this grip on the rotor, let me check you, let me die if I lie. Do I sound pretentious, cheery-eyed or something like my destiny is written on me? In this armor, I am a Cobra. I'm a Cobra. I'm a Cobra. I'm a Cobra. Just before we close, I have one more very short track, and this goes to all women in the America now. They can't decide if they want an abortion or not. And it's called Hey Sister. Let's get that one in, please. Turn it up just a little. Let's turn it up. Hey, sister, what are you waiting for? Hey, sister, who is watching you? Bu dünya kime kalmaz? We all say, open the gate, we women. Thank you very much. This is the end of my talk. So my mic, that mic is not working, but I think this is working now. This project is funded by Arts Council. So I very amateurly printed out feedback forms, and I cut them all 20 all together, so they're a little bit wonky. So you have to write your names on them. But if you can give feedback, it will be really good for me as well. And you have been an incredible audience. Thank you very much. Hello. How are you doing?
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was really